You're on beat. Let's go.
Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. And midway through the year, a perfect time to check in on our Rookie of the Year rankings. We're halfway to seeing who grabs the award. You look at MP, right in the thick of this season. He is the guy when it comes to Rookie of the Year. What a year he's having.
And this is the type of player you have to be excited about. There's no question he should be at the top of the Rookie of the Year rankings.
I ditto all of that. I mean, it's taken him only about half a season to show that he's going to be one of the faces of the NBA for a long time to come, barring injury.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Giannis plays the 4 with Porter playing at center. Gary Trent is out there with Anthony. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. And it's MP in at the 3. So Milwaukee wins the tip. Well, Grant, we are creeping closer to the halfway point of the season. And some teams have really found their identity.
Yeah, that's right, B.A. We know who most of these squads are now. And their opponents do, too. And as the year goes on, the better the scouting reports get.
We touched on this a few games ago, but a topic that's been out in the media for quite some time is MP's personal focus on rebounding this season.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, going back a couple months with MP set out on a mission to attack the boards and provide a major lift in securing rebounds, you have to wonder if he fell a bit short on that promise. I get the feeling he may be gearing up for a big-time game tonight, though, with an extra effort in this one.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to hit jump shooters. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
At this stage of his young career, MP knocking down jumpers, that is very encouraging.
The number 1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his
we got that a lot. We go. Oh yeah, AP. Bang on him. Come on, we go, chat. Go. Y'all just can't fuck with us. We about to trap this bitch.
Play in the air by Edwards, and perfectly timed too for the alley-oop slam.
Free two goal. Hey, look at the throw. You say Gator. Oh, we on all that. We gonna take that every time.
This team has now won 28 consecutive games and have put themselves into elite company by surpassing the record set by LeBron James and the Heat.
I know this just my career, bro, but
guys, I tell you what, they're playing some of the best basketball that I've ever seen. I mean, they look virtually unbeatable. The key now
you feel me? I'll buy the BC, but nigga, I ain't finna go crazy.
Consistency to be ready to handle whenever the next loss does come up. That's going to be the key, bouncing back when they do have somebody in this streak.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
Letting him have that from mid-range. Defense dodged the bullet there.
MP finds DiVincenzo. Back to MP.
Oh, it's the ice. What the fuck up?
Here's the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. MP's got 6.
The defense has to understand the scouting report on MP. He can make you pay from deep.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Anthony. On the wing, Green. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota leading by 5. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Minnesota shooting their first free throws of this game.
Hard, though, you
the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so Not too bad.
And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Julius Randle. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Another miss by Minnesota.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams. There's the drive. Stolen by Conley. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Conley. 6 points for Anthony Edwards. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Bucks. It's a 5-point game. Portis with a screen on Conley. It's stolen by MP. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Outside, Green. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Anthony. Launches a 3. He buries it from 3. Anthony's got 6 points.
That's on the defense. You got to guard Anthony from the corner.
Fades back. Count it. Good.
You know, with his handles, he excels at tricking up the defense and getting the good looks he wants.
Anthony outside. Oh, no good on the last second. Hit there. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Minnesota. They're
Help me out.
He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards comes in for Mike Conley. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Sims. Green comes in for Livingston. Trent, he's checked in for Prince. And Cole Anthony subbed in for Rollins. Bucks trail by 12. Randle and Gobert are in the middle. Dillingham out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's MP in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Oklahoma City was all business. He scored 17 points and chalked up a few assists along the way as well. They look like a team on a mission. No one wants to play these guys right now. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dillingham. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Portis is checked in. Now here's Anthony. Against Toronto, he was really on his game. Pass to Trent. Shot clock at 6. For 3. Reid with the rebound.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's MP. He's got 10. To the inside. A slam dunk by Reid.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls? Just great decision-making from him.
And here's Green from the arc. Randle pulls down the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Clark, when you look at the evolution of Julius Randle, talk about his playmaking.
Yeah, he's worked on trying to see things as they develop a little more, and I imagine he's done a lot of film study. I could only...
Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Antetokounmpo against MP. Here's Edwards. Out to DiVincenzo. And stolen by Anthony. DiVincenzo with the steal. That one falls. Edwards has got 10.
Not afraid to mix it up. down low. Edwards is a big guard, really put together nicely. He's got a great body.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh! Giannis powers it down with force.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam.
After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him. An attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And here's MP from outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so it's Minnesota going into the break up 12. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. We'll be back in a moment.
When I look at the Bucks, they're dealing with some challenges, no doubt about it. They have talent, but maybe not as much as they thought they had.
And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Bucks.
You're not going to win.
Thanks for tuning in.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Giannis plays the 4 with Porter playing at center. Gary Trent is out there with Anthony. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. Here's MP. Anthony grabs the board.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
And the three-pointer goes.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back over to you.
Leveraging that tall timber. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Randall outside. Back to MP. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Good work inside by MP there, challenging the defense and forcing the foul.
And both free throws good for MP. And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee. But trade rumors continue.
Yeah. It's just a reality when you have a superstar player, but not much of a title shot. The sense is, Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere. That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Look at MP. Suddenly catching defense with their guard down and making them pay.
Here's the pick. Striding in. Giannis. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. It's going to be on Naz Reid, and this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And Grant for MP with the slam.
I'll tell you what, MP's game makes you excited about the future of this league.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Trent outside. Over to the left wing. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Anthony misses. Minnesota leading by 15. And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Anthony. To the right side. Here's Portis for three. Buries it from three. Portis has gotten himself on the board with a three there.
This speaks to how assertive Portis is, and he's skilled at knocking it down off the catch, too.
The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
You take a look at Edwards. He's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
Minnesota leading by 11. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Fades and shoots. And the shot goes down. MP's got 25 points in the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Here's Anthony. Portis, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's MP in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Pass to Trent. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Randall, pass to MP. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Yeah, though, bro.
And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I was thinking about making a KD deal, but that might
dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will give them their 28th win of the year.
Only 2 meetings between these teams, so you know they're savoring taking this one against the Bucks.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
He didn't miss out on much of the action tonight. He was magnetized to the ball and did everything he could to contribute for his team on both ends of the floor.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Gets the 3 to fall. MP's got 30 points.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That one's good for 2.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Antetokounmpo, and he gets that one.
He is certainly one of the few true franchise cornerstones in the league. Few guys can take over a game like the Greek Freak.
Here's MP. Off on that one. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hart in at the four-man position. 2 on the clock. Brunson. Julius Randle with the rebound. Well, we still have lots of time left in the season, Coach, but we've seen some breakout performances, haven't we?
We certainly have. That's one of my favorite things to track, Kevin. Which players improved in the offseason, which guys have taken their game to the next level.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Left side, Towns. Reed with the rebound. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. The coach had nothing but praise for Jalen Brunson, and he said he spent a lot of time watching Jalen. His words were, it's not easy for a player his size to dominate like he does. It speaks to his drive and his ability to outthink his opponents. Coach holds Brunson in high regard. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. For New York, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Brunson kicks to Bridges. Here's Anunoby. Drills the three-pointer.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's Brunson missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
MP with it. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Conley for 3. It's rebounded by New York. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
Well, they did have some impressive numbers blocking shots, and I like their defensive game plan.
Here's Randall. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. MP, good.
Nice looking 3-ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And it's a completely new lineup for me. Good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stevens, using who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to... assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Now, here is Robinson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Towns. And it's all evened up. Towns has got 5.
Nice focus from the big man. Towns just powering through the contact.
Guard and off guard. Filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's MP in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. They get it back. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, that's what Gobert is out there to do. Using his size to win second chances at the hoop.
And Anunoby now top of the key. And Anunoby slams it in.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Now, here's MP. 11 points in the game.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Hooks and dishes to Robinson. For the three. They grabbed her on this. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Robinson's got the lead up to 2 now for New York.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Milwaukee was outstanding. He tallied 32 points, and he really showed up on the defensive end as well, using all of his versatility. He was just sensational in that game. No one could stop him, and he knew it. Guys?
Thanks as always, Allie, for that great report. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Randall. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards. Still without a basket. Here's McBride. Edwards defending. Brunson, that's a two-pointer. New York, no good that time either. Minnesota's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Edwards, that's good.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Pass to McBride. Here's Yabusele. Towns looking it over. "11 feet away. Misses off the left iron. Here's McDaniels. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
Oh, I like the creativity in this group. They can do a lot on their way to the rim, but I bet I could still teach them something.
I'm sure you could, Jet.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be about dunking.
And we return our attention to tonight's featured game as the Knicks had a closely contested first half.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there? Showing they know how to play. Chemistry is on display. Kenny, anything you like to say? Oh.
Shaq's chosen to rap because in the first half, he was taking a nap.
Oh. What you said was not full. In other words, it was terrible.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Minnesota leading by 3. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Hart. Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, what I love about MP is he's always working on his game. Every day, year-round.
He doesn't get the second one. So, Stan, just for old time's sake, do you think the league should bring back the hand check? Do you miss it?
Well, look, Kevin, I think what the league's done with allowing freedom of movement has made this game a lot better than it was. I think the key, as it is in most things, is finding the balance where we're giving the defense a chance, not calling cheap fouls, but also not letting them just physically overpower each other.
7'1" wingspan, Bridges plucking the rebound and then generating points for the team.
No one covered. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Anunoby passes to Hart. Towns against Reed. And with that shot, the Minnesota Leafs got down to just 3 on the basket from Towns.
Well, Towns is a great outside shooter, but I prefer it when he goes to work inside.
And a wide open look for MP. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Anunoby. Hits the jump hook. Anunoby's got 9 points.
Powerful move by Anunoby inside. He really attacks when he's in close like that.
You know, Stan, even at this late stage of his career, Mike Conley brings tremendous value to the team.
He sure does, Kevin. And look, we know this. No one brings more discipline and professionalism on a nightly basis. He keeps this team poised. He keeps his team organized. And he's a great mentor to the young players on this team.
And with that shot, the Minnesota Leafs